World's Weirdest Restaurants takes you to Montana, where eating dinner quickly goes off the rails.
They're shooting at us. You can kill me, but you can't have my prime rib.
Then, we jet to Japan for an international convention of noodle slurpers.
That was impressive.
Then we balloon to Berlin for an indoor tropical treat.
We really have the feeling as we were on holiday.
Can't believe I forgot my sunscreen.
And stop in Thailand, where robot servers deliver dinner and dancing.
Do you think you could get the robot's attention by snapping your fingers? Excuse me, I ordered several minutes ago. You think the fast bandits and train robbers are a thing of the past? Then it's time to book yourself a table at Charlie Russell's Chucho Dinner Train, right here in Lewiston, Montana. Find me one other steakhouse in the world where you walk out the front door and you see a view like this.
We founded Charlie Russell Chucho in 1996, and we run about every other Saturday during the summer.
And the Charlie Russell Choo-Choo gives folks a real bang for their buck with a heart-stopping show that celebrates the Wild West.
When the train takes off, first thing we do is we start out by serving the salad, and then we go to doing the prime rib and the garlic potatoes. We have a tray with different kinds of desserts, and then halfway back we get robbed by the robbers.
And what's your strategy if we get attacked?
I have my tender for the train robbers right here and ready for it.
If we're attacked by outlaws, what are you gonna do?
Beat them up.
Come over here, get under this table. I'll be under there with you.
Welcome to the Charlie Russell Choo-Choo. Tonight we're going to have a Caesar salad, prime rib with garlic roasted mashed potatoes, and then we have about 8 different desserts for you to choose from.
Sounds great. I'm on board. Seen any cowboys out there yet?
Saw two of them unhosted.
They're shooting at us. Total surrounded. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bandits. Train's slowing down. I don't know what that means, but I don't think it's good. Partner, what's happening? What's happening?
I'm getting shot at.
How many of them were there?
I think there's about 11.
Somewhere between 7 and 11 bandits surrounded the train as it was moving, started shooting at us. The train is ground to a halt. They must have got the engineer. I don't know.
Oh, goodness. I thought you wanted these.
I'll take one of those, too.
I have 2.
Right? Yeah! Lucky for me, the bandits aren't the only ones to make a meal out of this gravy train.
Caesar salad? Caesar salad, one of my all-time favorite salads. Crispy romaine, crunchy croutons, not too much garlic in the dressing. The perfect primer for the prime rib.
The inspiration for the menu is beef. What else would we have in Montana?
And why is this so prime?
Well, you can see how much of the beef there is, and when you take 15 pounds off of 223 pounds, it's a prime piece of chunk.
Here's our prime rib with our garlic roasted potatoes.
Wow, look at this. This is what the journey is all about. Generous portion of perfectly prepared prime rib, roasted garlic potatoes. Feeling a little guilty eating this prime rib in front of these cattle down here, but hey, survival of the fittest. A little bit of prepared horseradish. That's juicy, tender, beautiful meat flavor. That potato is so creamy. Then you get the garlic, you get the chives, you get the salt. So nice. I mean, when you start with something this good, you just don't want to mess with it. Pretty generous slab of meat.
It was great slab of meat.
You got prime rib, prime real estate, and a rainbow. I mean, what more can you ask for?
I was scared when I saw them shooting at us, and when they got on, I was even more scared to give them my money.
But just when things look their bleakest, the saloon girls come a-calling.
Where's the boys?
When the girls got on, then I felt safe again.
You gonna give me a kiss? Oh, I had to protect my husband from them. You come back when you're 18.
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
You can kill me, but you can't have my prime rib. An American classic. Red velvet cake. The cake is moist and spongy. This frosting is so rich, so decadent. This is a dessert that would make even the most hardened outlaw smile from ear to ear.
Chocolate peanut butter for dessert.
Look at that, creamy center, chocolate, big chunks of peanut butter on top. Oh, the chocolate, that creamy center, the peanut butter. This one is off the rails. Key lime. It's got that beautiful graham cracker crust on the bottom. Filling is sweet and tart all at the same time. The whipped cream and the toasted coconut on top. You'd have to hold a 6-shooter to my head to pull this away from me.
Son of a gun! These bandits took me literally.
One, two. That's one thing you learn to do is cheat.
If train travel was this much fun, this delicious, and this beautiful, I'd never get on a plane again.
What's weird about this experience is that you get to enjoy a great dinner, you get to enjoy a robbery and walk away happy. How often do you get to do that?
I gotta ask you for a big favor. And you know what it's gonna be?
You want to honk the horn.
I do want to honk the horn. I've always wanted to honk the horn. Most museums ban food and beverages around the exhibits, but here at the Shin Yokohama Ramen Museum in Japan, the food and beverages are the exhibits.
Shin Yokohama Ramen Museum celebrates Japan's love affair with noodle soup and offers up regional recipes to the delight of ramen fanatics.
It feels like I've just stepped out of a time machine.
Inside, a 1950s Japanese village takes you back to the era of instant noodles, when the ramen craze spread across Japan.
You can enjoy ramen noodles from all over Japan, play old-fashioned games, and really feel what it was like in the 1950s. It will warm your heart and stomach.
And this map shows you all the distinctive types of ramen that are made around the country and the specific region that they come from.
Shin Yokohama Ramen is great because it allows people who visit here the chance to take a cuisine trip through Japan, try all kinds of different ramen in one stop.
Most ramen restaurants specialize in one particular style of ramen, so it's a really rare opportunity to be able to taste all 4 styles under one roof. Each one of these soups has a completely different stock, style of noodles, and set of ingredients. So it's going to be really interesting to taste them side by side.
Ramen Museum is so weird because outside is inside.
And this place is very kinetic as well. And you've got your barbershop pole here, your actual door to the barbershop, which, if you want to peek into it, is actually the kitchen of the ramen place. And if you look closely, you see that there are not only bones, but skulls. They're using every single little bit of the animal. Hello. Hello. Over here, there's another ramen shop. This stock's being made with a completely different technique. And it's full of chicken bones, pork bones, tiny little dried niboshi fish, and ginger. Are you planning to eat your way around the whole museum?
If I can hold that much food, maybe.
And hey, look, it's another ramen shop. This is a cauldron of bubbling chicken feet, to which this gentleman has just added some onions and some garlic and some ginger. He's gonna add a tea bag full of dried sea bream, just to add one more layer of flavors to this broth. So check out this decor. It just throws you back to the 50s. You've got the old movie posters, the signage, the ramen shops down here, little apartments above. And look at this, you've even got a little bit of laundry hanging out here to dry. And this is a public bath. You can actually hear people washing themselves.
I was expecting a normal museum. It's more like an attraction or a theme park.
Mushi Mushi, operator, can you connect me to the future, please?
So let's go to the fortune teller. That's the destiny line.
So what did he say?
He predicted you will eat very well today.
This is fantastic. I am such a ramen fanatic. I can't wait to dive into these bowls.
This first bowl of ramen is from a place up the coast called Kasanuma.
It's so interesting. Nice thin little egg noodles here. It's a very elegant chicken broth with slight overtones of ginger and just a little bit of fishiness that's really pleasing. This pork is so nice. The fat just melts on your tongue.
My mommy said to me, it's not good to slurping the noodle. It is noisy.
I find it very hard to believe anyone could eat ramen without slurping. Come on.
This is how you do it.
Wow, that was impressive.
Continuing my ramen journey, the second bowl is a local recipe from right here in Yokohama.
The stock has a rich soy flavor, but you can see from all these little beads on top that there's a lot of fat in it, which makes it incredibly rich. And they also have very generous pieces of bamboo here. The basis of this dish is really soy sauce and leftover pork bones, but they come together in a way that creates just a perfect harmony. That's the art of ramen. Wow, how fantastic is this? It's build your own box of ramen noodles. You start with your bases, your different oils and flavorings here, and then a whole selection of fresh noodles in a box that I can customize with my own photograph. I think I know what I want. Hey!
My third bowl is a southern favorite from way down in Fukuoka.
Before I even have a taste of this, there are two very distinctive features to it. One is the milkiness of the broth. You don't see that in any other ramen. And the second is that intense aroma that's unmistakably pork. The richness, the intensity of that pork flavor is what this bowl of ramen is all about.
And this last one is from the northern province of Hokkaido.
Every single component of this bowl of miso ramen is completely different from these other three bowls. For starters, there's this thick layer of pork fat that floats on top of the bowl. Its main intention is to preserve the heat of the soup, but also, of course, as we all know, fat is flavor. So as you drag these noodles through the liquid, the fat just clings to each and every one of them, so that every mouthful is a mouthful of love. Sure, you can get ramen on pretty well any street in Tokyo, but there's nowhere else other than the Shin Yokohama Ramen Museum where you can experience it like it was 50 years ago.
It's like you're just back in time. It's really cool.
I can't think of another museum in the world other than Shin Yokohama Ramen where you can actually eat the exhibits. So what do you think? Soon to be flying off the shelf of a grocery store somewhere near you. Hey! Take an enormous Zeppelin hanger, add a mangrove swamp, flesh-eating plants, and awesome Polynesian food, and you've got Tropical Islands, Germany's most eco-friendly dining experience.
Tropical Island brings a tropical environment into the middle of Europe, and especially in the wintertime, people appreciate that.
Before it became a Southeast Asian restaurant, this structure was designed to manufacture blimps. And I gotta say, I really like what they've done with the place.
The size here is 107 meters high. It's 360 meters long and 230 meters wide. It is indeed the biggest freestanding dome of the world.
It took us 45 minutes just to walk around once to see what's here.
Covering the length of 8 football fields, it's not surprising that there's more to Tropical Island than just dining.
You can do some ballooning, you can take a rainforest tour, you can go swimming.
Doing the African jungle ride.
And much more.
It's beach, it's holiday, which is perfect, especially for a little one. We really have the feeling as we were on holiday.
I can't believe I forgot my sunscreen. Oh, thank you. So here's the deal. You go up to the buffet table, you select your fruits, your vegetables, and your proteins. You select one of 6 gorgeous sauces, and presto, you're living large.
It's a mix of Polynesian and Mongolian tropical barbecue.
I think I'm definitely gonna start with a pure Polynesian-style dish. Some onions, some brightly colored bell peppers, bok choy here. Big mound of fresh lychee, fresh pineapple. Now, as for the protein, I think I'm gonna go for the mahi-mahi. Lastly, the spices. Definitely want some grilled onions and a little bit of heat. And I'm gonna finish it off with a little bit of lemon zest. Oh man, this looks amazing. Thank you. That sweet pineapple sauce just works perfectly with the mahi-mahi. And the sweetness of the lychee, the crunch of the vegetables. This is just a perfect tropical meal.
The food is great. We were stuffed afterwards.
You know, if you didn't know you were just an hour's drive outside of Berlin, you could swear you were on a Tahitian island. I mean, look at the palm trees, the white sand, the volleyball court.
It's just like the jungle.
You've got a lush rainforest, tiki huts, and a real waterfall. Pheasant. And lucky for him, he's not on today's menu. Oh, wow, that's pretty intoxicating. This time, I'm going Asian. So we got bean sprouts, snow peas, ginger, a little fresh carrot for some color, mango, that's the ticket. Now for the protein, I know exactly what I want, and that's roasted duck. I take some cashews, some lemongrass, of course, some chilies for some heat. I think that's it. I'm gonna quit while I'm ahead. Thank you very much. That duck is so tender, the sauce is fiery, the cashews are crunchy and creamy all at the same time. I mean, talk about a perfect desert island meal. Outside, it's a pretty cool day, but in here, it's hot, humid, just like a real tropical climate. The outside temperature is 17 degrees Celsius. In here, it's 28 degrees Celsius. The humidity is 69%. No wonder I'm sweating. This is just a fraction of the maze of ducks that it takes to maintain the humidity here at Tropical Islands.
The solar foil generates immense heat and lets in 98% of the UV light, so you can even get a suntan.
Don't mind me. I'm just working up my appetite. I'm gonna try a veggie dish. You know what will make this the perfect vegetarian dish? Just a wee little bit of bacon. Oh yeah, bacon and mushrooms, Talk about your winning combination.
We enjoyed it really much because it was very good food, fresh ingredients. Even the little one liked it.
This right here is the largest and fastest water slide in Germany. What other restaurant has its own hot air balloon? You've got an amazing Polynesian restaurant in one of the world's only functioning biospheres. I mean, how can you not have an amazing time? And another great thing about this little island, after dinner, dessert's just a short stroll away. I've always wondered if the reason they make crepes in front of you is to entertain you or just build the anticipation. Crepes are one of the most popular dessert items in the world, and there's a reason for it. They're awesome.
It's great here.
We like tropical island.
Hey, it's Bob Blumer. Cancel my flight. With desserts like these, I'm never leaving this island. The service at some restaurants can seem a little robotic, but here at Bangkok's AiMi Robot Restaurant, that's more than just your perception. Wow, this is like stepping into the future.
You won't find any human waiters at Hajime Restaurant, as the service is pared down to the nuts and bolts. Samurai robots from Japan serve Thai customers barbecue, hot pots, and disco dance moves.
AiMi Robot Restaurant is Shabu Shabu and Yakiniku, Japanese restaurant.
Shabu Shabu is like a soup that you make right at the table.
It's a seaweed broth to which the diners add a combination of vegetables and various meats.
This one is called Yakiniku. It's like a Japanese barbecue.
And Yakiniku is a do-it-yourself tabletop barbecue of meats, veggies, and side sauces.
Robots serve food and dancing and entertain customers.
I love to do the binary boogie, the robotic rumba, and, of course, the laser limbo.
Just about everything about the restaurant is automated, including the ordering system. I think we're gonna go with the Yakiniku. Choose my meat, Kora Buta pork.
And if that doesn't push your buttons, I'll also get the Shabu Shabu and even start with a little sushi.
Order to robot. Check this out. It's the timer telling me that I have 22 seconds until my food's gonna arrive. Wow, this sushi is so beautifully rolled. I wonder if the robot's got a relative in the kitchen.
My entire family works the restaurant circuit.
Wow, look at this shrimp tempura roll. That is crispy and crunchy with a tender piece of shrimp in the middle of this. That sauce, a little bit tangy, a little bit sweet, adds a perfect note.
It's weird that the robot is serving food.
Most large kitchens of this size have expediters who coordinate the timing between the chefs and the servers. But here, they have 2 engineers who scan the orders and send them out to the robots. Look at the grace and elegance. It just bought 3 large bowls, did not spill a drop. Not only do these robots serve, but they bust their own tables as well. Excuse me, I ordered several minutes ago.
You went over there.
Do you think you could get the robot's attention by snapping your fingers?
No.
I was wondering if I could ask you a couple of questions.
It's quite impressive how the robot is very smart.
Order up. Look at this. We've got bell peppers, mushrooms, multiple cuts of pork, some Wagyu beef, and then to dress it all up, a mound of fresh garlic and freshly ground chilies. Ooh, some hot coals. What's so great about Yakiniku is you get all the flavor and all the fun of a barbecue without having to fuss over the coals. Just like I grilled it on my own backyard barbecue. You're totally the master of your own destiny. You can grill it any way you want and add as much garlic and chilies as you dare. Take your meat, add it to your bowl of rice, dip away to your heart's content. So amazingly flavorful. You take your freshly grilled shrimp off with its head, nice charcoal grilled flavor. The intensity of this garlic and chili just doesn't get any better. What do you prefer, robot serving you or a regular waiter?
Robot.
Probably prefer a human, but the kids, I think, prefer the robot.
I prefer the robot because the robot can entertain my kids.
Trying to learn a few new dance moves, but you know you're in trouble when the dancing robot's got more soul than you do. Everybody up! Are you impressed with the dance moves?
Of course.
Do you think you could dance as well as the robot does?
I can't.
My parents wanted me to become a dishwasher, but instead, I went to Juilliard to study dance.
Check out this pot. It's got 2 completely different broths. The dark one is based on shoyu. It's a little bit sweet, and a little bit salty. Then this broth is made with dried seaweed, some enoki mushrooms, carrots, radish, greens, a little bit of tofu. The great thing is you can cook your beef while you're waiting for your vegetables to finish. The beef takes seconds. When that's all done, take your noodles and you add them to what has now become a real soup stock, and that's how you finish the meal. It's a great combination of flavors and a really fun cooking ritual.
The quality of food is high to me.
Delicious. Delicious?
Yes.
Nice. I'm eating Japanese surf and turf in a Thai shopping mall being served by a robot dressed up as a samurai warrior. Talk about your unusual dining experience. If you could take one of these home and have it work in your kitchen for you, would you do it?
If it's not that expensive, I would do that.
Sashimi really is the ultimate convergence of man, machine, and cuisine. I'm never gonna look at a circuit board the same way ever again.
Who you calling circuit board, laser brain?